नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिनि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिनि। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरग परमग कृष्णग सच्चिदानंद विग्रहग अनादिरादिर गोविंदग सर्व कारण कारणम। Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. So this knowledge Krishna is teaching us. This is Adhyatma Vidya. This is the knowledge about ourself. So if we know that, if we understand about ourselves, then we can actually save ourselves. So save the life, correct? So we want to save means we want to save ourselves from this material well, from this dukkhalayam. So that's what is called saving ourselves. So this is the ocean of material miseries. This is a Mrityu Samsara Sagaram. This is a Mrityu Samsara Sagaram. We are in this ocean of material miseries. How can we cross beyond this ocean of material miseries? By getting ourselves on the boat of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We need to get into the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, understand this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So this is Jnana Plavenaiva Vrijinam Shantarishyasi. So this Jnana Plavenaiva means this boat of knowledge with which we can cross beyond the ocean of material miseries. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is actually purifying our self, and it is burning all our reactions into ashes. Like the fire, with blazing fire will burn all the firewood into ashes. Similarly, the fire of knowledge will burn everything, all our reactions completely, so that we will not have any reactions to come back to this material world. That means there are no bondage. It will burn all the bondage to this material world. Yataidamsi samitognihi vashmasat purute arjuna jnanagni tagda karmanam vashmasat purute tata. So, Yataidamsi samitogni. Samitogni means a blazing fire which is burning. Bhasmasat. Yataidamsi. Damsi means firewood. So it is Bhasmasat means ashes. It burns everything into ashes. So similarly, the fire of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge will burn all the reactions. So that's why Yataidamsi samitogni ki Bhasmasat purute arjuna jnanagni tagda karmanam Bhasmasat purute tata. So this jnanagni, this fire of knowledge will burn everything into ashes. So that means there is no bondage. There won't be any bondage at the time of death, because everything will be burnt by this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's why Krishna said that if we take shelter into this knowledge, we'll go to Krishna. We'll get Krishna's nature. We will not be in this material way. If we take shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Because this is going to burn all our reactions into ashes as the fire of knowledge. And it's going to take us, it's going to help us to cross beyond the ocean of material miseries as the boat of knowledge, as a boat of knowledge. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge which is going to help us to completely free us from this material way. We are getting that knowledge. We are understanding the entire Bhagavad Gita. And with this knowledge, we understand that because of our attachments, we are doing all kinds of stupid things in this material world. So when it is said that there is Maya, the three modes of material nature, the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, all such things, then we can ask how the Maya looks, all such things. But it's all because of our attachment, nothing else. It's because of each and everyone's situation. So that's why Maya is able to act. So that means when a person is in that mode of nature, in that situation, will act like that way only. Everyone is acting differently because not everyone is having the same mode of nature. And everyone is not having the same mode of nature at the same time, at the same situation. That's why we are seeing different people acting different ways. Because everyone is not always influenced by a particular mode of nature. So that is the reason we are seeing difference. Sometimes when we are influenced by the mode of ignorance, we do all kinds of stupid things. So that is because at that point of time, we are controlled by the mode of ignorance. So that's why we need to make sure that we are not controlled by any of these modes of nature. How can we make sure? How can we make sure that we are not controlled by the three modes of material nature? By making sure that we are always engaged in Krishna's service. Then only we can ensure, we can make sure that we are not controlled by the three modes of material nature. We should engage ourselves all the time in Krishna's service. Always. Always engage in Krishna's service. That's why always remember Krishna. Then we can ensure that we are not controlled by the three modes of material nature. So that's what we are studying every day. The reason we are studying every day about these modes of nature, at least once we are discussing about the modes of nature, because that is the reality. That's what is happening with us every day in each and every activity. We are controlled by the modes of nature. And we are getting their knowledge. In Bhagavad Gita also, in many chapters, in many slokas, Krishna is mainly focusing on these three modes of material nature. And we understand very well scientifically that how these modes of nature are controlling us, that also we know very well. So, only by now thinking, only by realizing that we are not doing anything, nothing other than the modes of material nature is doing anything. So then we will be able to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. Naanyam gunebhyaha kartharam yatha drashtanu pashyati gunebhyascha param vethi madbhavam sovadhigachyati. So thinking that naanyam gunebhyaha kartharam yatha drashtanu pashyati, seeing that, anupashyati, seeing that nothing other than the three modes of material nature is doing everything. So that's why naanyam gunebhyaha kartaram yatha drashtanu pashyati. Then gunebhyascha param veti. Then understand the Supreme Person who is beyond the modes of nature. No, then no, param veti. So know that Supreme Person who is Krishna, who is beyond the three modes of material nature. That's why gunebhyascha param veti. Madbhavam sovadhigachyati. Then he will attain my nature. That's why Krishna is saying that Madbhavam sovadhigachyati. So that way, we need to do everything for Krishna. And we need to realize that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that way, we need to understand that in this material world, all activities are carried only by the three modes of material nature. So then we will be freed from the modes of nature. That's what we understand. And for that, Krishna is teaching us that because we are controlled by the modes of nature, we will make mistakes. Because we are controlled by the modes of nature. So we should not be demotivated by such things. We cannot immediately on day one become perfect. But our goal is to achieve that siddhi. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosam api natyajet. So Sahajam means born simultaneously. Sahajam. So karma kaunteya sadosam, that dosam, that fault. So that when every activity, every endeavor is filled with some fault. So sadosam api natyajet. One should not give up, thinking that it is not the right thing to do. Dhumena agnir ivavrita. Sarvarambagi doshena dhumena agnir ivavrita. Just like the fire is covered by smoke, all our endeavors are covered by some degree of faults. So that way we cannot be very perfect. But if we do all our activities for Krishna, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we surrender everything to Krishna, unto Krishna, with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so then nothing is going to affect us. That is the main thing. So the main point what we need to understand is that our consciousness, our thoughts, so we should be remembering Krishna. We should be thinking about Krishna. We know that Maya is very strong, very powerful. We know that mind is very difficult to control. All such things we know. But we also know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So when we focus our mind on Krishna all the time, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, our mind will be only on Krishna. Our mind will not be disturbed by anything. So that day will come for sure. It's already coming for us. Already we see the difference. In the beginning, before knowing this Bhagavad Gita, before realizing that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, before attending this Bhagavad Gita every day, before chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we know that our mind was wavering. Our mind was not in one place. It's going here and there. But now all of us are able to experience a difference in our mindset. Now, Krishna is very important for us. Nothing else is very important. Now, we want to serve Krishna. We want to please Krishna. And that's why we are here studying Bhagavad Gita every day. That is the reason. That is the reason we dedicate. We are dedicating this time for Krishna. So, now because of this effort, this progress, continuous progress, and we are also able to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And we are able to see that our mind is slowly becoming steady. It is not wandering so much like it used to do. So we will be able to see that, feel that difference. Now, over a period of time, Sanai uparame buddhya dhriti grihitaya atmasamsta manakritva nakinchitapi chintiya prasantatma vigattavi. So then we will be free from fear. So then we will be able to remember Krishna only. So all the time able to remember Krishna. Prasanta manasam yenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shantarajasam brahmabhutam akalmasham. That's what is going to happen. So prasanta manasam yenam yoginam sukham uttamam. So when our mind becomes peaceful by always making this effort of remembering Krishna slowly and steadily with intelligence, so gain that determination, and with that determination, keep the mind under the control of ourself, and that way don't think about anything else. So that way what is going to happen? Our mind is going to become very peaceful. Prashanta. So jitatmanaha prashantasya. So that's what Krishna is saying. Prashanta. Here also Krishna is using the word prashanta. There are also jitatmanaga prashantasya. In the 6th chapter, there also Krishna is using the word jitatmanaga prashantasya. In the same 6th chapter, Krishna is saying that prashanta manasam ki yenam. So when atma samstam manakritva, when we keep our mind under the control of our self, atma, under the control of atma samstam manakritva, so then nakinchit api chinti, then don't think about anything else. So at that point of time, our mind will be very peaceful. That's why prasanta manasam yenam yoginam sukham uttamam. So at that point of time, we will be able to experience ultimate happiness, sukham uttamam. When our mind is under the control of ourselves, when our mind is not thinking about anything else, so we will be able to experience supreme happiness, ultimate bliss. So that's why sukham uttamam, yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti, shanta rajasam. So our rajoguna will be pacified, will be completely gone. So that's why shanta rajasam. Upaiti shanta rajasam brahmabhutam akalmasham. So we'll be able to free ourselves from the rajoguna. Already we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We are freed from the tamoguna. So when we are freed from the tamoguna and freed from the rajoguna, then upaiti shanta rajasam brahmabhutam akalmasham. So free from all sins, we will be able to achieve that Brahman platform. We will be able to establish ourselves in that Brahman platform. That's what brahmabhutam akalmasham. So that's what Krishna is saying. Sayogi Brahma Nirvana Labante Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaga Kshina Kalmashaga Chinnadvaito Yatatmanaga Sarvabhuta Hiterataga. When we achieve that Brahma Nirvana, that's why Yonta Sukho Antararamaga Tatantaga Jyotirevayaga Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam Brahma Bhuto Adhigacchati. If you are able to experience that happiness within our self, Anta Sukham, Yonta Sukho, Antararama, Tatantaga Jyotirevayaga, then we will be able to achieve that Brahma Nirvanam, Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam. Brahma Bhuto Adhigacchati. So then when that happens, what's going to happen? Brahma Bhuto Adhigacchati. Labante Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaga Kshina Kalmashaga Chinnadvaito Yadatmanaga Sarvabhuta Hiterataga. When we achieve that Brahma Nirvanam, Labante Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaga Kshina Kalmashaga. So all our sins are completely cleansed, completely gone. Rishayaga Kshina Kalmashaga. Chinnadvaita. So we will be able to destroy the dualities. That's what Chinnadvaita Yadatmanaga Sarvabhuta Hiterata. Then we can work for the welfare of all living entities. We don't need anything in this material world. We are not attached to anything in this material world. So our goal is to help other souls to help themselves, to liberate themselves from this material world. There are so many devotee souls. There are so many devotee souls. They need the knowledge. They need to understand the way to go to Goloka. We got the knowledge. Because of Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge. Now it is our turn to share this knowledge and to show the way to millions and millions of devotees. And there are billions of people in this world. So there are millions of devotees are in this world, because 1 in 1,000 is a devotee. So that means 1,000 million is 1 billion. So that means billions of people means there are millions of devotees. So we need to identify all those millions of devotees should be able to go to Goloka. That is the important point we need to understand. So that means there is a lot of opportunities for us to serve Krishna. So much of opportunities. We have to make use of all these opportunities. We are making use of. So that's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. We have successfully finished 21 slokas in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna is teaching us about the soul very clearly. We are understanding. So in the sloka number 20, what we studied, like I mentioned, the law of conservation of soul. The soul can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transmigrated from one form into another. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. The soul has neither birth nor death at any point of time. Na jayate mriyate va kadasi. Na ayam bhutva pavita vana bhuyaga. It has not come into being. It does not come into being. It will not come into being. And it is ajo nityaga sasvato yam purano. It is unborn. It is eternal. It is permanent. And it is the oldest. It's primeval. Na hanyate hanyamani sarire. When our body is slain, when our body is destroyed, the soul is not destroyed. So for the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So that's what we are understanding. So that's why in the next sloka we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 21, Krishna continued there. Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam ajam avyayam katam sa purushaga partha kam gatayati hantikam. So once you know Veda, that the soul is avinashinam, it's indestructible and it is eternal, nityam, it is always existing. Yayenam ajam avyayam, so it is unborn and it's imperishable, so immutable. So once we know that, then how can one think that the soul can be killed or can cause anyone to kill it? So khatam sa purusha kapata kam gatayati hamtikam. That's what Krishna is. So upata, how can a person who knows the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill? Krishna is giving another nice, very nice, excellent example for us to understand the difference between soul and body here. Vasamsi jinani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tata sarirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani degi. Garments, the rest what we wear. So vasamsi, when it becomes old and useless, what are we going to do? What we do normally? We simply vihaya, we'll give it up, we'll throw it away. So that's why vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya. Then what we do? Navani grihnati naro parani. We are getting a new dress. So we go to shop and get a new dress. Depending upon how much money we have, how rich we have, we can get a good dress, whatever the dress we want. So similarly, our body. Tata sarirani vigaya jinani anyani samyati navani teki. So when this sarira, when this body is jirnani, it becomes old and it destroyed, when it is useless, then we'll give it up and get a new body. Anyani samyati navaniti. So all depends upon, if you do a lot of punya, then we can get a body like like demigod's body. You can go to Indraloka or Devaloka, something like that. Or if we are not that punya we have done, then in the middle level planets. If we did a lot of papa, lot of sins, then we will go to hellish planets and get that kind of body. So that way, what body we are going to get, it all depends upon what we are doing right now. So a person who earns a lot of money, works very hard, will get rich and he can buy better, very nice dress. So like that way only. But a devotee of Krishna, he doesn't want any body. He wants to go to Goloka. So that's what is very important. So we'll get a spiritual body. We'll enjoy there with Krishna forever. We don't have to change that dress. In this material world, our body is like a dress. Like the dress what we wear, sometimes it becomes old, and when it becomes old, it will get torn. So sometimes when it is destroyed, even a new dress, for example, if it is very little bit torn, then we can go and stitch. A tailor can stitch, and then we can use it. But if it is fully it's destroyed, then tailor will say that it's difficult. We can't do anything. Throw it away. So like that only our body. Our body, if any accident or something, if there is some cut somewhere, doctor what he will do? He will do the same thing. Doctor, like a tailor, so just stitch the body. So we'll get stitches. We'll ask how many stitches? 10 stitches, 13 stitches, or 5 stitches. Depending upon that, we will be able to figure it out how big the cut is there. But if that is beyond fixing, so then no way, lot of blood will be loose and we will die. So at that point of time, so like a old dress or useless dress, we cannot use it. We'll throw it away and get a new dress. So something like that, when this body becomes old and useless, we'll throw it away and get a new body. So that's what Krishna is teaching. This body is like a dress for the soul. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 22 today. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshulmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Looks like the Prabhu got disconnected. Okay, Hare Krishna. If any devotee has got any questions, you can use the raise hand option, or I can actually one by one I can unmute. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Chitrita Mataji. Ratnakar Nayak Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
I have no doubt. I have no question, Guruji. Thank you for.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Shankar Prabhu.
Guruji, good morning, Guruji.
Good morning, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare
Guruji, how many times you want to do this Hare Krishna mantra?
16 rounds, Prabhu. 16 rounds in a day. So what we just now did 2 rounds. So like that, 16 rounds we need to do this.
That has to be done continuously, or we can split it and we can do it.
You can split and do it also, depending upon your time wise. It's minimum 16 rounds, maximum there is no limit. Yes, Prabhu, you can do it. Especially it's recommended to do it in the morning, Brahma Muhurta time. If not possible due to personal reasons, work, other reasons, then you can split it. It's not a problem. But the important point is that we need to sit straight and do it the way Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. Not like while traveling, while doing other tasks, I am doing it. Not like that. Yes.
Okay, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Chitrita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, can I be heard? Am I heard? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Guruji, I just want to ask that, see, our body is so full of imperfections. So is our life. Why are we concentrating so much on our body? Because we should be only dedicated to the soul. Is that not right?
Because of ignorance. Because our knowledge is covered by ignorance. Ajnani navritam jnanam tenam muhyanti jantavaga. That is the reason. Because of ignorance, Mataji.
And another thing is that attachment. Like I'm a mother, so are so many people. I want to ask that even Yashoda Maya had so much of attachment towards Krishna, So how did she overcome that? I mean, that is a very important thing for a mother to know.
The attachment we should have actually. We should have so much of attachment to Krishna actually. That's what is needed. Attachment, we need to give up all the attachments on material sense subjects. So that means we should be completely, fully attached to Krishna. That is the way only we can give up all the attachments.
So when you see your children, you see Krishna in them. That's all. That should be a good way of,
That is correct. You need to see Atma, soul everywhere, everything, the soul only. So when we are engaged in Krishna's service all the time, this will automatically happen, Mataji.
Correct, and Guruji. Thank you so much, because I keep reading and I find out more and more, and then I feel that this attachment when we are doing, say for example, when we are helping somebody who's in distress or who is in need of your help, that also is a form of attachment. But
No,
it's a different.
we are doing it for Krishna. Krishna is teaching us very clearly. Sakta karmani avidvamso yata kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvams tata asaktaga chikirshu lokasanga. So a person who has no knowledge is attached. Sakta karmani avidvamso yata kurvanti bharata. How he is doing it? How a person who has no knowledge is attached and doing the work. Kuryad vidvams tata. You also do like that, but you have the knowledge. Tata asaktaga. So without attachment. So that means chikirshu loka sangraham. That is for the benefit of the world, for others. So we should not be selfish. We should be Krishna conscious and do everything for Krishna. So that way, we should not be disturbed by the results. That is the main thing. Because how we can prove that we are doing it for Krishna when we are not disturbed by the results. So that way, if we do it, then everything is fine, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
And
Hare.
that kind of like progress will happen with this knowledge. This knowledge will simply do that magic. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge will make us to ourselves attached to Krishna. So then when we are attached to Krishna, we are automatically detached from all other things in this material world. We will become so busy in serving Krishna, Mataji. That way we will not even find any time to think about other things. That's what will happen.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Vishnu Vardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Guruji, thank you Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste Guruji.
Namaste Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Venkatanagarjun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you Guruji for today class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you Guruji. Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna. Suresh Kumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhuji.
Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Just a quick question. Do you have any lecture on like purpose of life? Have you ever?
That's a good question. The good topic, Prabhu. Maybe next time I can prepare a lecture on that. I've given on who am I and the control of the law of mind and different things. The purpose of life. Yeah, that's a very good topic.
I've heard both of those, like who am I and mind.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen on that purpose of life.
Maybe
That is something.
We can plan something like that. I will definitely create one. It's a good topic. Maybe the goal of life, something like that.
Purpose or goal of life, whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna.
It's a very nice topic. We will do it for Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji. Mahinder Shukla Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Nitin Bele Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Suresh Tabi Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
It was very nice lecture today, Guruji. Especially you said that the clothes, like the old clothes, like is there, like you remove it. Similarly, if the body becomes very old, then the soul, then you have to remove that, and that the soul remains as it is. You know, so whatever we have to do into this life, so that we go to the Goloka.
Yes.
So it counts onto us.
Should not be getting another.
Yeah, very nice explanation, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. No doubt, Prabhuji. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Actually, I was in traveling for the last 2 days, and even now I'm in a train. So I joined late today, but I will with you. It's a good discussion that was going on, and somebody has asked a very nice question, purpose of life, and it would be wonderful if you give a lecture on that someday. Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. We are so grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Wonderful class again from you, sir. And today's sloka, really beautiful sloka, referred so many times, Vasans, Jiradani, etc. Again reminded us in the earlier sloka, the indestructible soul of Vyam. And by this sloka, again, we are reminded that our body is perishable, but soul is Amar. And Hamesha, it will wear the new cloth like another body. So that you always remind us to remember this and always love to Krishna and talk about Krishna, feel about Krishna, this thing that, so that we will not be in the clutches of Maya, which is binding to this material world. And I think this sloka is really very important. Always reminded people to feel that, and it lessens your sorrow for your loved ones when they are going about in life. And this is very important sloka of the Gita. And I think whenever we are in deep sorrow, deep this thing regret, and we are losing somebody, we are fearful of losing our own body. And this sloka keeps you in a high spirit that we are going to have a new body or going to go loka. And our effort, and you are motivating us to for our effort for go loka, and that is the bliss, ultimate bliss. That is the wonderful teachings are from you, and really enjoying your Gita class daily. Thank you, sir. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shashi Kopat Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for today's class. So it is only the detachment that we need to develop in us. For material things, I think we have already started doing that, and it's already we have developed that habit of detachment from the material objects. But it's only with the relation that we need to have the detachment and focus completely on Krishna. That is what we need to develop.
It's just Bhagavad Gita knowledge and attachment to Krishna will eventually make ourselves detached from everything else, because we know that everything else is temporary. Only Krishna is permanent with us. That's the main thing. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Guruji. So that's what we need to develop and progress on that path. So thank you so much, Guruji, once again for your wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Ravin Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, wonderful class, Guruji, and the objectives of life. Just waiting for that when you prepare.
Yeah, the goal of life. Yes, yes.
Goal of life. Yeah. So yeah. So
Goal of
today.
life. Go to Goloka. Yes.
Yes, to release the detachment and go to Goloka. That's good. That's wonderful, Guruji. And today's shloka is great, good Guruji. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grachnati narobarani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyasi. So we are the soul and we transmigrate bodies, like how we change the clothes. So it feels like we or the soul is like a operating system. You put it into a computer, the life comes into the computer. You remove it, something else, life goes over there, kind of thing. So
yes,
it's a wonderful knowledge, Guruji, and thank you for bringing that to us. Honestly saying, before joining this class, I never had any idea of what a soul is and what is. We know that we take rebirth, but had no idea about what is that kind of means. Now we have extremely good clarity, although may not be, we don't know 100%, probably because every day when we are learning, we are new things.
Eventually we will get there, no problem. Krishna's mercy, we have the opportunity to study every day.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's really Krishna's mercy and your mercy, Prabhuji, that we have gained all this knowledge, Prabhuji. It's wonderful, Guruji. Thank you. No questions, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you for the class, and thank you for taking us on the boat over this.
Yes, all the classmates are going together in the boat. We are all every day.
Yes, and as you said, Bhagavad Gita is the boat on the ocean of misery. So very happy to be traveling with all our co-passengers now on this wonderful cruise, Guruji.
On the way, we are trying to, whoever is drowning, we want to lift them up. Whoever wants to.
Yes.
Because this boat has got unlimited seats.
Yeah. So very happy to be on this, Guruji, and thank you also for all the Krishna consciousness way in which you keep telling us always about detachment and about how we never die, our souls never die. And the one question which I had yesterday when you were telling, Guruji, yesterday or day before, you said when somebody kills another person, the soul doesn't die, Krishna says, right?
That's correct.
So is that why he's telling Arjuna that even if you kill the relatives, you're not actually killing them, you're only killing the material body? Or is that sin of killing? Or is that the purport of why he says that?
Yeah. In fact, Krishna literally says this very clearly in the 18th chapter, that yasya na ahankrito bhavo buddhi yasya na lipyate hatvapi sayama loka nahanti na nibaddhati. So when we are not thinking that we are the doers, yasya na ahankrito bhavo, and when our intelligence is not entangled, buddhi yasya na lipyate hatvapi sayama loka, even if we kill someone in this world, na hanti, we don't kill, na nibaddhate, we won't be bound. So that's what Krishna is teaching there. So only we should not have ahankara. That is the main thing. If we have ahankara, then we have to face the consequences. That is the main thing. So
okay, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Chandrakanta Mataji, Hare Krishna. Shashireka Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Go ahead. Let Chandrakanta finish, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. It's nice, Guruji. Krishna, I'm so happy since morning. Krishna is giving us an opportunity to serve him.
Yes, yes. Now slowly the opportunities are increasing, correct, Mataji?
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. What else is there, Guruji, to other than serving him? I'm so happy.
Yes, yes.
That Krishna is given us an opportunity to serve him in whatever little way. It may not be a big way, a small way. We can serve him. That is what it is, Guruji. Regarding soul and the body, that's what I'm thinking, Guruji. But we cannot separate soul and the body. Whatever Krishna has taught, I understood. But in a practical life, how to do it, that is my challenge, Guruji. In practical way.
In a practical yes, Mataji.
How to do or how to understand, how to practice.
Just to do in a practical life, do what Krishna is asking us to do. That's it. In Bhagavad Gita, just follow Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita. That's what. So in that, the topmost instruction is spread this message. That's it. So that's what we are all aiming, correct? We are all aiming, trying to do. This is not to convert somebody like a religious conversion, nothing. This is giving the knowledge to save them.
That's fine, Guruji, because to understand soul, I am a soul, I am not the body. How will I do it practically? That's what.
Yeah, practically,
How will I
Mataji,
do it?
whatever we do based on what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, so then we will come to that realization. That's it. So as long as we are not...
Slowly.
Yes, Mataji.
Slowly, Guruji, slowly.
Yeah, slowly. It is happening with the knowledge. The knowledge only. So when this knowledge, slowly we realize and understand that we are Atma, we are the soul. So that every day we are listening to that, every day we are studying that. Now slowly and steadily, that's what I always say, that from the day you joined and today, now you have so much of knowledge, correct, already?
Yes. Yeah, but the soul and the body, I'm not in a position to distinguish, Guruji, very clearly. I'll understand sometimes when I'm chanting, I'll understand, but not very.
Because Krishna already is saying very clearly that we are going to study in the 29th sloka in the 2nd chapter. Ascharyavat pasyati kaschitenam, ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanya, ascharyavat chainam anya shunoti, shutvapyena vedana chaiva kasit. Somebody look at the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat pasyati kaschitenam. Somebody ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanya. Somebody will describe the soul as amazing. Ascharyavat anya shunoti. Somebody will be hearing the soul as amazing. Somebody sutvapyena vedana chaiva kaschit. Even after hearing about it, they don't understand at all. So it is Krishna himself is saying that.
Okay, Guruji. Okay, Guruji. Krishna's mercy, slowly it will happen. Not a spark of that, but at least for a few minutes or something like that, I can understand very slowly. Thank you, Guruji. I'll only pray for Krishna's mercy and your blessings to serve him better, so that I can follow his teachings perfectly, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Aita.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very interesting class, Guruji, and very interesting discussions, very interesting questions. Absolutely feel blessed that I am getting so much of insight into myself and so much of insight into Bhagavad Gita. And especially today's shloka, Guruji. I think this I have learned from when I was a very young kid. I have learned this shloka and I have been taught the meaning also from when I was a very young child, that, you know, this is what Krishna has said, and that it is like casting away clothes, that we have to give up body. But to the enormity of it, and the entirety of it, to absorb that whole thing, I think one needed this basic platform of Bhagavad Gita, the rest of Bhagavad Gita, you know, understanding of it, the way you are explaining, to understand that, then in that context, to understand this shloka is, is actually the real essence. That is the true meaning. So that I think I'm feeling very, very grateful and very blessed that I'm able to understand and appreciate it. As far as attachment is concerned, I think I agree with what Shashi Kapur Mataji said, that it's material things are relatively easier to give up attachment to. But to relationships, one has to really evolve to be able to give up attachment, because I think that is, at least to those few who are immediately related to us, your immediate family, to give up attachment and to treat whatever you have to do for them to do as a duty, or as you're doing it for Krishna. That I think will come, like you said, only over a period of time. It doesn't happen. It's not easy. That's what I'm also realizing, and I understand what she pray that comes from what she has said. And
Yes,
on the
we are very much attached to Krishna, very much engaged in Krishna's service. So as you just now said it, as duty we will do everything, but not no more. Everything we have to depend on Krishna. That's the main thing.
Yeah. But I can see that it is happening, Guruji. I can see that
It will
it is
automatically
slowly.
happen.
Yeah.
It's not by force, nothing by force.
Exactly. And
That
I
doesn't
think
mean
when you
that we
say,
ignore. That doesn't mean that we ignore all the relationships, all such things. It doesn't mean that we will do everything with respect to Krishna. That is the main thing.
Exactly.
So in your family, Krishna should be there as a main. He's one of our family member. That's the main thing. If
absolutely.
everybody
Yeah.
treats, then that's it. Then yes.
Yeah.
We are
Whether anyone else.
we are all related through Krishna. That's the main thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have to see Krishna in all of them also, just like we see Krishna in the rest of the creation. So I think that if we appreciate, if we look at it like that, then I think the journey becomes a little easier. Yeah. And what Ravin Prabhu said also makes so much of sense. And I think the talk on purpose of life, what Suresh Prabhu said, was so meaningful. And I think that's also a very important thing that you should consider and enlighten us with that. We're very blessed, Guruji. We are very grateful to you, that extremely indebted that you are keeping us on this Krishna conscious path. And every day we can see transformation because of this. Every day, every moment there is a transformation. So thank you so much, Guruji. Extremely grateful to you.
Krishna is keeping us very busy, Mother. Now we are already
we are just looking at that now, Guruji. And I'm so excited about all the seva that we will get an opportunity. I always think that it is His grace that He has chosen us, that He has blessed us and given us an opportunity to serve Him, because that also not everybody gets. So we are very blessed. We are extremely blessed.
That's what we are very, very fortunate to get that opportunity.
Yes. We are very fortunate. We are very blessed that we are getting this knowledge and we are getting an opportunity to serve Him. Thank you so much, Guruji, because it's because of you that we are able to do it. Thank you. Indebted to you. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Brinda Jai Singh Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the lovely understanding that we are gaining every day.
Yes, Mother.
Guruji, I have come to the hospital today, so I will talk to you tomorrow again.
Okay, Mataji. No problem.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Palliyappan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When a few of the Matajis, when they spoke, they told that relatives, especially family relatives, to keep them as per Krishna consciousness, it's very difficult because we cannot forget them. Because the way we only brought up them, bringing up them. The Mataji is only mainly bringing up the children. So in that respect, I was thinking even before that Guruji's, if how to bring up a child as per Krishna's consciousness. Whether it is possible to do a lady as per that. She has to be first of all having total belief in Krishna's consciousness. She first have to do it. Then her children has to come up with Krishna consciousness from day one, from the birth.
Yes.
So our schools are doing something else to make money. That's all. But is this possible by guiding or writing something and making some Matajis to realize? That is it a good thinking?
It's very much possible. That's what we should do. I have a lot of ideas doing that, like teaching the children the subjects also, like Krishna's causeless mercy, like the way he trained me in Bhagavad Gita, he has trained me
It
in
is
all.
required for life. Whatever to live also, whatever we have to live to make some money to live in this world. In addition to that, they have to, at the same time, they have to be Krishna conscious.
Yes, along with the other subject knowledge, they should have Bhagavad Gita also. But anyhow, we need to, I think there is a lot of opportunities for us, especially we need to focus on the very young children, the elementary school level, middle school level. So that is the thing we need to serve. I think that's why I was even thinking at some point of time, we are devotees like who are in the 50s and 60s. When we are able to get more time, we can focus on that. Also things, we don't know, Prabhu. Krishna has got plans. He will engage us. That is the main thing. One thing is sure, which I have experienced, I am experiencing from day one, that whatever you wish to do for Krishna, it is fulfilled. It is happening. Everything is happening. Everything. So when you want to do for Krishna, it will happen. So like that way, this will also will happen. There is no doubt, because we want to do it for Krishna. Yes. First thing is
Thank you.
first thing is we need to identify all the devotees. That is the main thing, Prabhu. So all the devotees, and give them the knowledge and bring them devotees and make a very, very strong, powerful team of devotees. When that is there, then only we can think about other things. Yes.
Let's see, you are 100% right that we have to have similar thinking people as a group. That is required. Otherwise, it is difficult. Yes.
Yes, we can revolutionize. We can bring revolutionary ways. We can change the society. It is very much possible. That's why with Bhagavad Gita, you can accomplish, you can achieve whatever you want for Krishna. So that way, we have got that opportunity. We have to identify those millions of devotees. That is the main thing. Once that is done, then we will be able to do so much of a revolutionary way we can serve Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class. I think I get the understanding of today's class about body getting old and passing away, to change clothes, change old body. I get that part. What happens, or what is the purpose of a tragic accident when somebody loses their life? Accidents happen. COVID, in my opinion, is a tragic accident for some people. So what was the purpose of such accidents? Getting old is understandable, very easy, but the accident part, I don't understand.
It's all depending upon our karma, past karma, a lot of things. All those calculations are very, very difficult. It's inconceivable. We cannot imagine. But one thing we know, that it's a body, and it doesn't matter whether a person dies early or even at the old age. That doesn't mean that a person is old, is dying, so that's natural. That's not correct. Because even a person at old age, everybody wants to, only a devotee only need not worry about it, but everyone is afraid of death, correct? So body is a machine, it's made up of matter. So it can get destroyed by whatever way. So either, as you said, by accident or by old age, by not the organs are not working. All such things will happen. So that's why we need to understand that this is a temporary world, this is a miserable world, a miserable place. So like a dress, when Krishna is comparing, even a new dress also, when something happens, if it gets torn, so then we cannot do anything, we cannot use it at all, correct? So that also happens. So like that way only. So all these things, these our past karma, all those effects, all those things like ishtam, anishtam, mishram, cha, trividaga. So we already studied. So they will get the one which you desire, one which you don't desire, ishtam, anishtam, and mishram means the mixed kind of balan, that is a palam. So that is the results. So that all, when we are attached, that's what will happen. That's what Krishna is teaching in the 18th chapter. So that way, it all depending upon our past karma, past activities, anything can happen.
Okay,
The main
Guruji.
point is that it is temporary. That's the main thing.
Okay. There is nothing talking about accidental, death or termination of body in Bhagavad Gita itself.
No.
Nothing on the accident aspect.
No,
Okay.
no sloka talks about it. Only thing is that our body is going to be destroyed. That's will die.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Gayatri Sivakumar Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, very well said. Well, good. Very well explained, Guruji. Nice class. But to put it in practical, much difficult. We have to get into it.
Krishna will take care, Mother. We have to simply love him, then he will make sure everything will.
Yes, Guruji. Yes. Hoping so, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
That's what
Thank
is
you
known
for
as sadhana. Yes, Mother. Sadhana.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Sunil Shivash Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. So as usual, Guruji, while during the class I was in the meeting, it was exactly ended when you finished the chanting, Guruji. By Krishna's mercy, Guruji, all the question and answer that started feeding me, Guruji. Back in my place, there is a Krishna lunch home where they started serving food, Guruji. So the moment the banana leaf is on the table, we started looking out, oh, what is going to be next? What is not new? The similar way you are giving a feast, Guruji, for the thoughts. Basically, the question, especially when Sumati Umapati madam started, she said, oh, we are all travelers, right, Guruji? So that started answering, oh, yes, we are all companion, we are all together. And Lord Krishna is leading us. He is a master planner and you are a tour guide. We have nothing to worry, Guruji. We started enjoying. We just close, relax. You are taking us, Guruji. Then you're feeding for our thoughts. 2 hours in the morning, then about close to 1 hour in the night. So 12 noon to 12 midnight. I'm enjoying, Guruji. My food is given. Then
Yes.
comes to Chandrakanta Mataji was saying, oh, it is practically difficult and all. I found a very simple technique, Guruji. We act as if we are a baby. What baby does, Guruji? He simply sleeps. When mother feeds, take the food. And if we need something, we cry and get it done. So that's what the world, if I need something, I go and cry and get it done. That's also act of Krishna. But I am under the feet of Lord Krishna and Lord Ranganatha, Guruji. So I just act as a baby. That's it. Whatever he feeds, I eat and sleep. I don't have to worry. And one way to see Lord Ranganatha and Krishna is to see in a Mitra Bhavana. I think he is my friend. That's what my father always used to tell. Go and talk to him like a friend because you don't have to carry. If you worship demigods and all, there are a lot of rituals, Guruji. To go to Palani, you need to carry a kavadi, milk, that, all these things and all, right, Guruji. Even go to other temples, there are a lot of rituals. Whereas going to Krishna, right, as you always said, Palam, Putram, Palam, Pushpam, Patram, all these things, Guruji. So very, very simple. Nothing is required. I have to go with a loving heart. So I'm just imagine myself. I'm a baby in a cradle. Lord Krishna is feeding me through you, Guruji. So I'm getting fantastic food, a feast, Guruji. In other words, okay, you're feeding. So then the question and answer sessions are excellent, Guruji. Everything what I need to understand that comes through from this question and answer sessions. And slowly it unfolds. Every question the devotees are asking that started enabling me, saying that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, that way, Guruji. Then I also stopped thinking, Guruji. That is one of the greatest technique, Guruji. I don't think at all. I only think Krishna. That's it. I don't even do slice and dice what is happening in my life, what is going to happen next and all. Correct, Guruji. Like when I was a baby, I was not thinking, right? My mother feeds, I enjoy. The same way. Every day, Krishna is feeding through you. I'm eating, I'm enjoying. That's it, Guruji. Life is very simple. I don't even bother what's happening in the outside material world. Like the other Prabhuji asked, there is nothing called accidental, right? It's a human, we define, oh, accident has happened. Accidentally, I met him and all. It's all well planned. Once we realize that, and naturally, we know we are a soul. So we don't even have to do slowly or worry. It's instantaneous. You just be a baby now. Chandrakanta Mataji, all they have to say, oh, I am a baby now, and Krishna is taking care of us. That's it, Guruji. Life is taken care. I don't even have to think, Guruji. I am a baby now. So Krishna is taking care and you are guiding me. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Wonderful class, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Guruji. Yeah, Guruji, we are very lucky. We got Guru like you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Once again, Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kadiravan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, all the devotees. Guruji, today's class is wonderful class, Guruji. All the questions and answers are you giving explanations is all very wonderful. And Ram Prabhu is simply what is the life. He's telling totally simply explained, Guruji. Very wonderful explanation. Very good. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
તમારે આવશ્યકતા છે કઈ પૂર્ણ જો એરપોર્ટ છે રંગેલું ના છે નગરે
Odisha development program Vikala Divas. So I am in a meeting. So today is a holiday. So whatever it may be, it's really lucky that actually we are in every respect we are lagging behind. First is spiritual development that is possible only through Gita. We are lucky. So as the first lingual state Odisha, it was formed on this April 1st. So all over India is the first lingual state in Odisha. So today is April 1st, so government declared holiday. So I am in a meeting, so I came back now. So discussion about how Odisha was formed and what are the, but it is lagging behind in all respects. So that is going on. So I love all kind of things, intellectual discussions. So what it may be that demands and raised by the political people and the citizens of Parampur. Okay, whatever it may be, these are the things. But first is a spiritual development that in Gita, and unless we have lack of Gita knowledge, we cannot move an inch. That is very essential. So in what to, how we can lead a very happy life, peaceful life, other things are is essential, necessary. But first we have to reform ourselves. We have to transform our being into perfect being by knowing this is the way of life. I am very surprised. So Gita is not like Veda or Upanishad. It is not so much tattva, but it is a way of life. So this is very essential. It is a document of the right kind of living, how to live, the when you get up and what to, how can you make our surrounding, how can you treat others. Everything is nicely directed in this Gita. So it is Jivan Darshan. So Jivan Kala or Vigyan, it's a science, it's art, it's a kind of quality, it's art, it's a science, it is everything. So how can you perceive it, conceive it? That is important. The way you conceive and surrender, if you are going on questioning, you cannot do anything. Just to surrender Lord Krishna. And it is about Lord Krishna, it is nicely presented. This and we are lucky. It is not only one generation. How generation after generation, it has been handed down and transferred from one generation to another. So we are lucky to have this. So it is a very high time for us, all of us, to read Gita, make people conscious. I will try my best to involve all walks of life, all walks of people, and to interact. What discussing, that is only material development is not only possible. First is spiritual development, then material automatically will be development be possible. After first to spiritual development, up to self improvement. Self improvement is possible only through Gita. When self is enhanced, transformed into perfect being, we can achieve anything in life. So these are all things what is happening in the government, or and first is the Prabhupada, and also visited at this stage. I am very surprised. US and all over the world, and written a lot of books for us to reform ourselves, to transform our being. So Guruji, you have also followed Prabhupada and all the devotees, the sincere, dedicated devotees of ISKCON. So we are lucky. We should not miss all the devotees. I request to follow the Prabhupada's books, magazines, everything, so that the class will be more fruitful. And because when you have in your room only the Prabhupada's books, ISKCON books, you feel proud that I am the real successor of Prabhupada or ISKCON. The really were dedicated to Lord Krishna. So Prabhupada has rendered this kind of service for us. It extended his best services for the whole humankind, whole world. So we are the devotees, those who are present in Guruji's class. So Guruji Aruni, like without Guru, nothing is impossible. I feel Prabhupada is also Guru and all have Gurus. Even Krishna, Lord Krishna is also Guru. And I don't know the script. Today I will try to go through which Aruni. You can explain better later. So I want to read the how devotion is important. Unless you devote ourselves, love and affection showing towards Guru, nothing is important. You should surrender. So now all the devotees I find they are most sincere to you, and they are more dedicating and expressing their own feelings, love towards Guruji. And really, it's a great pleasure. It's a great thing. Without Guru, nothing is impossible. I feel it is a very important. So I am very lucky, Guruji. Pranam Guruji, Satata Naman, Naman for your wonderful enlightening us regularly, transforming into right being. We try our best. So today, I will try today within 2 days because Sunday is holiday. So today also holiday. I will try to make it right all the Prabhupada books in one self. Totally, only wherever I go, I am now because of you. Before that, I had visited so many places, the ISKCON books, but I was not concentrating. Now I feel wherever I go, where is Prabhupada books, and I am very serious. And really, I am very proud to be with you. You are the only one. So because of you, I am going to be more and more dedicated to Lord Krishna and Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman, Naman, Naman.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. I think I spoke with all devotees. So we will continue to study our Bhagavad Gita class tomorrow. Now let's listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,